Hi guys, Tina here, Armored Up Ministries. I've had something on my heart for a few days and I just wanted to share it with you this evening. I've been going through some storms in my life and even some stress at work. I was promoted to a new position, which comes with new and bigger responsibilities, and at times I can feel a little less than adequate. But I know that that's not true. I know that's the enemy talking to me. But I heard a song on the radio, a Toby Mac song, and part of the words of the song are You've called me to waters a little too deep. I've never been so aware of my need. You keep on making me see that it's way beyond me. And then later in the song, it says, You take me to the place where I know I need you. Um, that just really hit me when I was struggling with some things at work, that God's called me to waters that are just a little too deep, not because He wants to see me struggle, not because He wants me to drown, but because He wants me to lean on Him, and so that He can use me as His vessel to do through me what He wants to do and carry out His will through me to bless my life, to mature me, to strengthen me, to be salt and light for others' lives. And where it says, You take me to the place where I know I need you. And that's exactly why. Because at those places where it seems a little overwhelming, or we're not strong enough, or not good enough, or inadequate, or afraid, that's the place where I know I need God to get through it. I can't get through it on my own. I can't get through it any other way. But with God, I can get through those things because He can be my strength and my courage and my boldness. And when the devil is whispering in my ear, You're not good enough, um, you don't have what it takes, you'll never succeed, those things are lies. And no matter what you're going through, no matter what the devil's throwing at you right now, God is right there with you, and He's saying, Yes, the waters are a little deep, but I'm right here. Take my hand because I will get you through it. And sometimes He will fix the situation and you'll get through it and you'll see the other side of it and you'll be able to look back and say, God fixed it. He took that away and I didn't have to even deal with it. But then other times, He'll just hold your hand in the midst of that situation and He will change your heart. And a lot of times that's what He's trying to do, is to work in your heart, to change your heart about the situation. And sometimes that can be just because somewhere down the road, someone else may need that, what you went through, and your testimony of how God got you through it, how God changed your heart, and how you saw things differently, or how God was always there and you leaned on Him, because that's where you draw your strength and your courage and your boldness and your yes, I am good enough and I am a conqueror. I am more than a conqueror through Christ. And leaning on God is the only way to get through those storms of life. And that's part of why I love this ministry, is because it talks about the armor of God and all the pieces of armor that God has given us, our helmet of salvation and our breastplate of righteousness and our girdle of truth and our shoes of the gospel of peace and the sword of the Spirit. And all of this to keep us bold and to keep us just being able to move forward and to stand and to fight off those darts, those fiery darts from the enemy, because he will attack anytime we're weak and vulnerable and feeling down or depressed or scared or not good enough, or our feelings are hurt or we're angry. Those are little chinks in our armor that the devil uses to throw those darts in and get to us. And he loves to do that, especially to God's people. And if we stay in prayer, armored up in the Word, then we have everything we need to be able to get through those situations, and God can work through us, God can work in us, and it's just amazing to me how things work and how well things work in my heart and how I look at things differently when I know that God's right there with me, and that, yes, I may be in some deep waters. I may feel like I'm overwhelmed for a minute. I may feel like I'm treading water and don't know how I'm going to progress. But I have that peace knowing that God is right there with me and He's not going to let me drown. He's not going to let me fall. And it's amazing to feel God's peace and God's love when we do that. And so I just wanted to share that with you tonight, that whatever you're going through right now, God is there with you, and He's just saying, take my hand, hold my hand, I'm here. And you don't have to be alone. You're not alone. The lies that the enemy is whispering in your ear, you're not good enough, you're weak, you'll never measure up, you'll never succeed, you'll never amount to anything. But let me tell you, you are sons and daughters of the King of Kings, and you are more than conquerors through Christ. And that is all that we need. We need to be victorious over the enemy, because he's just mad because he knows he loses in the end. That's pretty much it. He knows. He's not afraid of your past. Your past will come back to haunt you. But that's not the issue. He's not afraid of your past. He's afraid of who you're going to become when you realize your identity is in Christ. And that's scary to him. And it should be, because we are more than conquerors. We are all more than conquerors, and you can be victorious through whatever you're going through. Reach out and hold God's hand. He's got you there for a reason, and you can get through it, but not without Him, not without staying prayed up, staying in the Word, keeping your armor on, making sure your armor's on, and having a good network of people to pray with you and pray for you. Brothers and sisters in Christ that can all come together and rally around you when you're having a weak time, when you're having a time where you're scared or you're uncertain. It's so good to have a body of believers that can be with you, praying, that you know are praying for you. It's just amazing. And I just want you to know that I do pray for you all the time. I pray for you each and every day. You guys, we all need to pray for each other and lift each other up in prayer, and just stay in the Word. Stay in the Word. I can't express it enough. That's your sword. That's your weapon. And the devil hates it. So keep doing it. Keep reading it. Hide it in your hearts. And that was just what I wanted to share with you tonight. So I hope you guys all have a good night. Love and God bless.